Hey guys, mambo vipi? Karibu tena to another episode of the Inside Out. Kumbuka kwamba hapa ndani we get to talk about everything and anything. Yani we go deeper. We get to bring you the stories ambazo zenye uwezi ukazipata, mostly zinakuanga pale behind the scenes apart from the things that you always get to see. So hapa ndani ndo tunakuletea everything, and I'm your host Jesare. Ukipenda you can call me your typical village girl. And guys, today we are privileged. I'm so happy sababu we are in the heart of Nairobi CBD. Tumekuja kutafuta jamaa mmoja ambaye labda mmekuwa mmemwona pale kwenye mitandao, but we are here to tell you the story. Let me tell you. This guy, he has a bold voice. Yani yeye uongea, he's not afraid of anything. He's from the Kenya Public Transport and also leader in the Matatu Sacco Association. Guys, I'm talking about none other than Mr. Wilfred Bosire.
A day with the Matatu conductor, Wilfred Bosire. This 29-year-old father of two says he loves his job, and every day he works towards achieving a certain goal, that of making an extra coin. His main duty is to make sure that this Matatu is full of passengers. So how much does a Matatu conductor earn in a month?
Because the whole system is too aggressive to conductors, and we get the majority of them, they are frustrated. So they bring their frustration to the passengers. So passengers have very negative attitude towards the conductors.
After all, he says, not all Matatu conductors are irresponsible.
We have now registered a sacco under the name of Matatu Crew Association Sacco. Now we are bringing a lot of people on board. It's supposed to cater for the whoever works in the Matatu industry who is willing to join the sacco.
In Nairobi's Kasarani area, Bosire's house stands in its own compound. This is part of his investments. He also keeps few chicken for sale. He has also planted some vegetables and fruits, both for sale and home consumption. Concepta Kwamboka is a happy wife.
He's doing well and has supported the family full. Na mengangana.
Bosire's is a story of a responsible and business-minded Matatu tout whose aim is to raise a decent family and live a better life.
I started this Matatu industry around 15 years ago, immediately after high school. I worked as a conductor for a period of around 6 or 7 years. Then I became a kamagera, just adjacent here.
What's a kamagera?
Bank. Kamagera is someone who asks passengers to get to board. So I did that for a period of time.
Ule msu wa kujaza mazuri.
Kujaza mandai. Beba ngong actually. And
Karibu sana.
Asante sana Gesare.
Yes, karibu hapa ndani ya Inside Out. Hapa tunaongea kila kitu.
Nje ndani.
Tunatoa ile matumbo tunaweka huko. Unaona venye ukienda butchery unapata imeanikwa with no fear. Yes, that's what we do here. Yes, and I know maybe vile nilikuwa nimesema you are in the Matatu Sacco Association, but kabla tujaingia hapo, people would love to know Wilfred Bosire alitoka wapi?
Wow. Bosire Wilfred ametoka Kenya. Ametoka maeneo ya Kisii. Huko Nyamira. I grew up in Nyamira County. That's where I was in my early years. Therefore, I was born there. I went to a local school called Mbonga Primary in West Mugirango constituency, up to class 4. Then I went to stay with my aunt in Molo, Kuresoi. That's where I did my from class 5 to class 8. Then I came back to Kisii again for my high school. I did my high school in 2003 from a school called Kenyoro. It's in Kisii County. So after that, then I came to Nairobi. It has been a journey in Nairobi though. That is now where I started my life.
Nairobi ulikuja shule, like campus?
No, you know, apparently my journey has a lot of... After high school, I think I didn't qualify to go straight to university. By then it was a B plain or a B plus.
Yeah.
I managed a B minus. And after realizing my mistakes, I wanted to repeat. But my parents could not afford to pay my examination fee, which was, I think, around 3,270, around there. I really tried to get my relatives to pay school for me. I repeat. And they told me, like, the grade you have is good enough to take you abroad. So some of my relatives applied for me an admission in a college in Canada called Seneca College in Ontario. I can't forget. And now my journey of getting a study permit started. I went to Canadian Embassy 3 times. The first time I went, I was denied because whoever had given me a bank statement was from the US, and Canadian Embassy denied me a visa on grounds that I could not, there was no possibility of me returning to Kenya after my college. Then we did another journey of getting another statement. I got a statement from a distant relative. I went back to the embassy, and they denied me a visa for the second time with 2 grounds. The first one, that the statement I had did not have the capacity to sustain me for the 4 years I was going to study in Canada. And also, they said I did not have a travel history. So on those grounds, then I tried the last time we went and got someone, a relative again, who gave me a statement. The statement was good. It was a statement of 4.5 million, and they had some assets. So,
wow.
So I went for the 3rd time. And the Canadian Embassy normally used to take like 90 days to process a study permit. So the first month, I finished the first month, second month. The 3rd month, my relative started complaining that I've retained the statement for long. And I think someone had told him that I'm using the statement to sell to people who are going to American Embassy. Because American Embassy, you used to submit the application with your statement the same day, you get your results. So I tried to explain to him that I deposited all the document he gave me at the Canadian Embassy, but I think he ran out of patience, and they even threatened to get me arrested. So after the 2nd week of the 3rd month, it became too agitated, and an uncle of mine, a brother to my mom, who had requested him to give me the statement, was even becoming mad at me as well. So I felt it's important I give them my case number at the Canadian Embassy. So I gave them my case number. That is my information at the embassy. So once I did that, I think I gave them at around noon. The following day by 9:30, I was called by the embassy, and I got a regret. And now the regret was that who had decided to support me has withdrawn.
Wow.
So that is why I missed my Canadian visa. But I don't regret. I always say anything that happens has got reasons why they happen.
Yeah, true.
And you see, at that time, I had a girlfriend. I'm sorry. Njendani kweli. So I had a girlfriend. So in the process, she became pregnant. You see, I was staying with a relative in Nairobi. I don't have a job. And then I had to take responsibility, because one thing I've learned, because I've stayed with relatives, I know you have to get determined and work hard. So I decided to do vegetable vending. Kanza kuuza sukuma wiki na nyanya ko Mweki. That was 2006. 2006. No, actually 205.
So by that time when you unaingia kuuza sukuma wiki na nyanya, ndoto ya Marekani imeisha.
Marekani imeisha sasa.
Sasa hapa tuko ni mapenzi.
Ni Canada. Sasa nimeanza live.
Ni mapenzi. Sasa hapa tuko kwa mapenzi.
Maisha anza kwa nini? So nikakuwa sasa sina nini because during this processes wakati nilikuwa nafanya process nilikuwa nakaa na ndugu ya babangu ambaye ni askari huko Korogosho. So alikuwa askari, so mimi nilikuwa nakaa kwa nyumba yake. So unajua ukiwa mwanafunzi unakubali unalishwa. So nilikuwa nakaa naye. So after nimenyima visa sasa, my uncle was transferred to Kisii. I think it was transferred to Kisii. He was an AP officer. So I moved in now to stay with my cousin who was a Makanga. Garizage Komba. He was a good guy because I stayed in their one single room. He had 2 kids. The wife was there, and we were living 2 or 3 cousins in the same house. I think that is where I met my girlfriend, my wife now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after that process, so I go start selling vegetables. Nimeenda Mweki sasa. Nikahamia Mweki. Mweki kuna mahali panaitwa Keroka. Yeah, so I was staying there. Nikakaa hapo nikauza mboga for some time.
So this time now umehamia Mweki, umehama na your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. And you decided to go back to Keroka. Uliona tu tafute mahali una feel at home.
No, you know, it's relatives. A relative of mine was staying around there, so I moved close that place.
But you moving to a place called Keroka, ulikuwa umemiss nyumbani, ukarudi huko.
I can't say so, but anyway, that is why fate took me. So nikaingia hapo, so nimeingia hapo 206. Early 206. Then sasa my wife alikuwa anauza masimu hapa town. Kidogo akatoka akaenda Sotik. Kuenda Sotik, sasa unajua mimi sina job and there's nothing much I can do. So nikaanza, alikuwa anauza masimu huko hivyo. So nikakuwa naenda Gikomba na nunua second hand clothes na mtumia kwenda huko Sotik anauza. So that's the entire 206. Now 207. 207 July 20th. My wife gave birth to our son, firstborn son, in 207. That's July. So I was working on those secondary clothes na tuma huko na kimbia huko kidogo. So after elections, now the worst happened. Post-election violence of 207, I can't forget it.
Yeah.
So my wife was there. Our son was like 4 months old. Amerudi kura elections results imetangazwa. Violence imeanza. So Sotik. And you see now, all cases were enemies of the Kalenjin then there.
Yeah.
So what happened, I really struggled, but they were rescued by a police officer and they were taken home. So after post-election violence, then now I decided she comes, stays with me in Nairobi. So I get a very big hall, a kind of single room Mabata house there in Keroka. So I had nothing to do, so nilianza hiyo biashara za mboga the beginning of 2008 wakati wamekuja huku Nairobi. My son was very young, so nikauza mboga for like almost a year. There's a cousin of mine who had bought a Matatu Nissan, a 14-seater. Ilikuwa inafanya Ngong town. alikuwa ameajiri ndugu yake the youngest brother kwa kama Makanga. Na huyu cousin yangu ni mwenye nilikuwa naishi kwao nikiwa primary. So huyu ndugu yake akakuwa irresponsible kwa gari. So like akaniuliza unaweza fanya Makanga? I have never been a Makanga. Two, I have never been to Ngong. Hata sijui stages za Ngong. Na Ngong is a very long route. So you see me, there's nothing I can't do. I said yes I can. So mimi nikawacha kuuza mboga nikama kwenda Ngong. So I moved with my family to Ngong.
Hata huko unajua fare ni ngapi sasa?
Sikuwa najua. Sijafanya matatu. But ameniambia, but I think I had some self-belief that I can do it. So I decided to move to Ngong. That is, I think early 2009.
2009, okay.
So nikaingia Ngong. Nikafundishwa siku 2. Unajua watu wa Makanga wengi hawataki kufundisha mtu wakijua kwanza mko related na mwenye gari. Sababu wanajua definitely atakosa kazi. So huyu unamfunza ndiye aingie kazi, wewe ukose ka. So they were never welcoming. But mimi sikujali. So nikaingia Makanga. So I started becoming a Makanga in Ngong. Kafanya Ngong Makanga na hiyo gari ya cousin yangu for like 6-7 months. The vehicle was involved in an accident.
Sorry.
So my cousin akaiweka parking. Then I got a friend of mine mwenye kwa matatu alikuwa kwa insurance. Nikamwambia wewe nunua matatu, mimi nitakuwa Makanga yako na utatengeneza do. Akanunua gari mzee sana, KAM. Nikaichukua garage nikaitengeneza vizuri, ikakuwa na music mzuri. Nikafanya naye nikuwa Makanga. Na nilikuwa mwaminifu. Lakini mpaka sasa mimi ni mwaminifu. Sisimani gari. Nilikuwa mwaminifu sana kwake.
Okay.
Sababu unajua uaminifu ni mtu aamue aone kama yeye ni mwaminifu. Mtu unaweza kuwa mwaminifu lakini mtu akuambia wewe si mwaminifu.
Yeah, true.
So this guy kutoka kwa hiyo KM akanunua gari ya pili, nilikuwa Makanga wake, KAU. Sasa ilikuwa 27, Nissan 27, akanunua Shaka. So akanunua gari ya pili sasa. Nikafanya nayo, akanunua gari ya 3, Nissan. Niko naye bado. So akinunua mpya mimi naenda kwa hiyo.
Unaingia kwa mpya
na tunapatia mwingine.
Oh, okay.
So I worked with him for some time mpaka akanunua basi. He bought a new bus. Actually he was one of the first people kununua mabasi. Ilikuwa KBM 947 if I'm not wrong M. KBM 947M.
Bado nakumbuka na wewe.
Nakumbuka. Ilikuwa inaitwa Cooperator. Ni Ngong. Sasa nikakuwa Makanga wa basi. So nikafanya hiyo Makanga for some time. No, before niingie kwa basi, nikiwa kwa Niso nikaanza kuingia gari kitengenezwa, KM kitengenezwa. Sasa unajua sina kazi. So kwa marafiki zangu kuna rafiki mmoja alikuwa anafanya BM security. Alikuwa human resource manager. So nika-introduce naye Mkisii. Nikamwambia mimi naweza kuwa watchman. So I have the credentials, you know, niko na KCC certificate na I have the height. So akaniambia kuja enda interview. Nikaenda nikapita interview. So nika train kama watchman wa BM security. So hii gari ikikuwa kwa garage, mimi nikaingia watchman sasa. Mara ya kwanza nikatumwa, unajua na Kangong nikatumwa Sanity Center. Sanity Center kutoka hivi mara moja nikatumia almost 300 shillings kwenda na kurudi. Unajua kutoka Ngong nilikuwa naenda sare because nilikuwa nimefanya Makanga kidogo, so mtu akijua na kubeba sare.
Unabeba ya.
So nikapiga hesabu nikaona because mshahara wetu ilikuwa 500 shillings I guess. 400 and something or 500 shillings per day. So nikaenda nikakwambia manze nitatumia fare yote. Wakaniambia kuna mtu anatoka Kiserian kwa alarms ndio mnakaa kwa gari, alarm ikiitwa mnaenda response, mnaenda kuangalia what is happening. So mimi nikaona Kiserian is easier for me, wacha ni shift kwenda Kiserian kwa alarms. So I moved now to alarms in Kiserian. So sikujua alarms ni wapi mnaenda. Kumbe ilikuwa alarms ya Safaricom boosters. Safaricom boosters, zile mask, the masks. Most of them huko zimewekwa kwa msitu. Zimewekwa kwa misitu. Si mimi nikasema niweke usiku. Ndio mchana nikuwe Makanga. Mchana naangalia gari kitengenezwa. Usiku na report job. So wakati gari imekuwa EKM, so I used to operate Makanga mchana, usiku watchman. So nafanya huko Kiserian, sasa niko BM.
And all this time you're still staying with your wife?
Yeah, my wife ako Ngong. My wife ako Ngong na mtoi sasa. Unajua kwa sasa na mtoto mdogo. Sasa tuko ako Ngong. So now I used to multitask. Niko hapa mchana, usiku huko. So nikafanya hiyo kazi niki multitask for 2 years. Na kazi ya BM si niliwacha. Si kupenda kuacha. Ni ule mdosi wangu mwenyewe after alarms ya Safaricom kuisha kutoka BM, nikarudishwa alarms hapa town Nyayo. Sasa sinajua mimi nilikuwa mtu wa night shift. Ndio mchana nifanye udonda. Sasa ule mdosi immediate boss wangu kwa hiyo alarms akakataa nisifanye nisifanye job usiku.
Akasema uingie mchana.
Ingie mchana. Na yeye sasa nataka niingie mchana, ndio nisifanye kazi nyingine mchana.
Oh. But why?
He has good reasons. Yeah, he had his own good reason I didn't know.
Okay.
Because all this time I had done that for like 2 years. Na the other team ya tumekuwa nayo. So huyu jamaa nikamwambia, actually we shared a name. Alikuwa anaitwa Bosire. Nikamwambia Bosire, mimi mazee niko na vitu mingi nafikiria. Na mshahara yangu ya BM peke yake ni sustain.
Haiwezi.
Na usiku watu hawajakata. Wacha nifanye tu usiku nibangaishage mambo yangu mchana. So akakataa. Na mimi nikasema sitajifunga. Nikawacha kazi. Nikadesert. I didn't go to report, nimwacha kazi. Mimi naweza nirudi Makanga full time. Nikawachana na BM. After 7 days nikaandikiwa barua ya kudesert. Nilikuwa nimeweka savings kidogo huko kwa hiyo BM security. Nikasema ni sawa tu. Go withdraw my savings.
Ukawacha in peace.
Nikawacha in peace. BM hakuna kitu niliharibu nikiwa the entire period I was there. But there was one thing that I was never happy with. When I was working under the alarms. Nilikuwa nachukuliwa na wacho kwa msitu usiku.
Why?
Naona kwa booster. Hizi za Safaricom zinakuaga, you know, they are very expensive equipments. Zina diesel, ziko na generator, you know, ina work automatically if the electricity goes. So kuna watu walikuwa wanakuja kuiba hapo, wanaiba diesel. Ndio unapata kuna diesel mingi sana. Sasa unapata alarm ikilia, mnatuma mrespond. Si mnaenda hapo, mnakaa standby. Unajua kuna rungu peke yake. So mnakaa hapo standby. Alarm nyingine ikiitana, wewe unabaki hapo, ile nyingine gari inaenda kwenda kuangalia what is happening on the other side. So there are 2 incidents that I had to walk from the site usiku. Moja niliwacha mahali panaitwa Banda School. Banda School iko hapa Karen na iko Magadi Road. Karibu na Bomas mbele kidogo. Nimewachwa hapo usiku saa 9 nasikia fisi wanalia. Ilikuwa masaa 8 saa 9 towards that. Mafisi zinapiga nduru, mahali umewachwa huwezi kimbia kwa geti ya mtu, umewachwa. But the good thing, the distance from there to Magadi Road is not far. So I had to walk. Nikapanda matatu nikaenda home. Nikawacha site unmanned. Because I felt scared. So before I left, I had wanted to register an association to fight for the watchmen, the security guards, private security guards. But as huyu jamaa akafanya nikawacha mapema. So I came back now to the Matatu industry. And that's where I've walked the longest journey. And that's where I've grown as Bosire. Now when I came full-time as a Makanga, there was a lot of challenges that we had. Tulikuwa nashikwa anytime. Unashikwa mtu ana uniform, unaweza kushikwa hapa uchukuliwe station sijui wapi. When they were fighting Mwengikis. So kulikuwa na challenge. So nikaanza kumobilize watu. Niaje, waje tutengeneza association yetu ya kupigania matakwa ya watu wa M3 wafanya kazi. Because wakati huo kulikuwa na Matatu Owners Association.
Yeah.
Ya kina Kimtai ilikuwa inaongelea mambo ya magari zao, vitu kama hizo. So nikasema it's important we did ours. But you see again, people in the Matatu sector walikuwa wamekoniwa mara mingi sana. Mtu anaanza association anawaambia changa pesa hivi, mtu anapotea na doa ya mtu. So watu wengi hawakuwa na buy your idea. Initially I wanted to register Ngong Matatu Workers Association. Then wakati nimechaza kila kitu, nimejitengenezea hiyo constitution kila kitu, then I felt now why should I limit myself to Ngong? Let's do it countrywide. Then I thought of doing Matatu Crew Welfare Association. I did everything, I forwarded, and it took some time. There were challenges, but ultimately I was registered as a workers association. So tukaanza kupigania hizo rights, hizo mambo ya kushikwa ovyo ovyo na askari ambao wana uniform, rhino squads, all those.
And maybe this time yenye unataka sasa kufungua this sacco, the makangazi wengine walikuwa wanaichukulia namna gani? Maybe walikuwa wanaona you want to come overrule, unataka ku take over them, ukwendo na wa direct what to do, what to do. Umesema hapo before kuna wengine wenye walikuwa wamejaribu but zinakataa. Maybe the response from your fellow makangazi ilikuwa namna gani?
You know, not everyone will really buy your idea.
Yeah.
Watu wengi walikataa, most of them. But I had a few guys who believed in me. So we worked with them. Wengine wakafika wakachoka because it was tedious to register an association, not a sacco. An association is an organization that can speak on behalf of the group, the members. And our membership were to be the conductors, the drivers, the kamageras. You see, that is basically my target people I wanted to bring together so that we can have one voice.
The kamageras ni kina nani? Because
we'll get there. What about Kujaza?
What is your kamageras?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting there because I've been there. I've been a kamagera. That is where now the gist is.
Because unajua umesema kamagera, nimeshangaa. Wait, we have the makangas, we have the drivers. Kamagera ni kina nani? Iko inaingia kwa kile
kile. Wale beba.
No,
the most underrated people.
Umekuwa hapo?
Hapo nilikuwa mpaka 2017. So 2017 I was still kamagera.
Hii kamagera imekuja after wewe kuwa makanga.
Now that's the journey that I want to bring you to.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, after the association, there were a lot of challenges because the Matatu industry is a multi-billion sector, and associations, leaders in the sector would not want to have a dissenting voice. So people were like, no, don't register another association with the name Matatu. So when I applied first, I had a lot of challenges. You know, there was vetting. You had to go for NIS for vetting to be known whether you are not a Muinkiki, whether you have a criminal record or so. So my file, I was vetted. My file was sent, approved for registration, but my file got lost along the process. After 1.5 years, then I got a friend of mine who was on the vetting bench. Then akaniuliza, were you registered? Nikamwambia no. Akaniambia, why? We approved for your registration. Nikamwambia, I've always been coming to this registrar of societies. I walked there until everyone knew me. Nikiingia tu najua ule wa Matatu. You get? So he told me it was approved. Nikamwambia faili yangu imepotea basi. Wananiambia waioni. Then he promised me he'll work to make sure that I'm registered. And I thank God after a month and a half, I was registered as Matatu Crew Welfare Association. So now, because I had a very big dream, me working as a conductor and trying to chase my dreams of trying to sanitize the industry, the Matatu industry, it was becoming hectic. Na I could not want niingie job, alafu nitafute mtu mwingine amalizie job. So I felt like I need to be free. So then what do? I quit as a Makanga. Then I become a Kamagera. Because Kamagera, you are paid ukijaza gari.
Yeah.
So your presence, ukikuja hapo ujaze gari, utalipwa.
No.
Kama hauko, hautalipwa. But now, I'm self-employed. I'm not answerable to anyone.
Yeah. Or hiyo ni wewe ukiamua leo naenda job, you're going to be paid. Ukiamua I'm not doing anything today, we'll relax.
You're going to be paid. Because then, you see, then even getting to town to become a Kamagera in town, it was not easy. Because kulikuwa na makamagera tao ambao ni gang lazima wazuie watu wengine wasi infiltrate their business. So mimi nilikuwa na hiyo kichwa ngumu kidogo, alafu nimekuwa makanga hapo na nimekuja kujaza gari za Ngong. So kuna wale makanga mabeshte wangu wananiambia wewe jaza tu ndakulipa mwiko. Unajua because tulikuwa tunajazia mahali ya kuwa na stage hapa Mari MC na operate initially kwa stage hapo. So nilikuwa naweka manyanga hapo kabla watu waende railways na jaza haraka ikijaa nalipwa. Unaona? So kuna makanga walikuwa wananiaminia, wananiambia wewe tujazie gari.
Tujazie
tutakulipa. So nikaanza create that relationship. Though kulikuwa na people who are not willing meaning yeah. Nilisukuma na watu wakaanza kunipenda sababu nilikuwa najituma kujaza gari yao. So then I became a Kamagera. That was in 2014 was the beginning of 2015. Nikaanza kuwa za Kamagera hapa KTDA Plaza. Nikaanza najaza magari hapo za Ngong. So nikajaza. Now that I have an association, so nilikuwa zingine nikiarasiwa na makarau narudia kwa association nasema no, you see, I've not stolen. I'm not extorting money. I'm working and these people are willingly paying me. Why should you harass us? So watu wakaanza kuona the fruits za what I was saying and what we needed the association for.
Yeah, wakaanza kuona umuhimu wa association. Yeah.
So in 2016 nikafikiria kuwa na association peke yake haitasaidia because watu ambao wananyanyaswa mara mingi wananyanyaswa sababu hawana hera ama hawana connections. Like if we did a sacco, a well managed sacco, waweke pesa zao kidogo, we can empower them to become better people in future. Now registered Matatu Crew Association Sacco. Matatu Crew Association Sacco, its main objective is to bring the transport workers together, whether you're in borders or a conductor, driver, Kamagera, you can save them, we empower them. That was the dream behind it. So nikaanza, but there were challenges. Watu kukupea pesa.
And maybe before we get to talk more about that, maybe you elaborate to us the difference between an association when you umesema and a sacco.
A sacco.
Is it the same thing?
They're not the same thing. An association, a welfare association is you coming together to address issues within your membership group. If it's the transport, you discuss issues. If there are policies that are coming up, you can address them as an association. Your membership, you can be able to negotiate or discuss. You get it?
Okay.
But a sacco is savings and credit.
Oh, okay.
So sacco was to empower them because it was totally difficult for Makanga to own a vehicle.
Yeah.
You get, so I felt like we need to have a sacco that we can be able to empower the workers to own the industry. And still that is what basically I'm working on. But the challenge was people don't trust transport saccos, Matatu saccos. Actually, during that time, in 2016, it was not easy because people could get collections, then the sacco collapses, people's savings get lost. And I never wanted to be implicated in saga, you know. I didn't want people to say, Bosire conned us, Bosire has our money. So I now started working on a tech kind of platform where people can have evidence, people can be able to transact from their phones, and so that to achieve the dream that we had. So now I'm a Kamagera at where he was working by 2016, 2014, 2015, 2016, Kamagera at Karimat. So that's why I was doing that business, ya kujaza magari. So in 2017 after elections, then Governor Songo came in as a governor for Nairobi. Then, people were tired with the former Matatu leadership, the more leadership. Then we were bringing people together to have a all-round association for the Matatu industry. Then we coined something called AMO, Association of Matatu Operators in CBD, basically. So I became the Secretary General of that association. But along the process, I felt like the people, the leadership of that association, me being part of it, you were not sharing the same dream. I felt them, they are short, kind of sighted, they have short ambitions. And me, I want to do something long term in the transport sector. So I resigned from that association. I concentrated on my Kamagera work. Then I think some of the group members, they were well connected with Governor Sonko. They started fighting me from where I was operating as a Kamagera. So around towards the end, before the end, mid 2020, around June, then there were a lot of chaos. Mari hapo nilikuwa najaza magari. Hiyo place ikafungwa na kanjo because someone there's a deep-pocketed person who wanted that place to be stage. Alikuwa na magari za kwenda Ngong. So wanifukuze na group yangu. Wao wachukue kama stage, yes. Because walianza kusema sisi hatuna magari, ni nini tunajaza magari zao. So I fought so hard. I've got documents here, niliandika mabarua mingi sana. Kwa IG, kwa CS Interior, kwa Ombudsman, because I felt we are doing a genuine work.
Yeah.
The conductors and drivers appreciated what we were doing. Nobody had ever complained. There was no single complaint at Central Police Station on our operations. So I fought hard, and now it was closed. So hakuna kufanya kazi hapo.
Sasa tena mumerudi
hatuna job sasa.
Jobless sasa.
So tukaanza tena kuhangaika hapo kidogo. Tukaingia mahali pale railways, unaingia masaa kama 2 hours, unapata 500 yako, you go home. Then there's a sacco in Ngong, yenye ilipewa stage. It's not far away from where we were. So hiyo kampuni ilikuwa na magari, ikachukua magari karibu zote. Na ikasema magari zote zibebe kwa stage yao. So you see now tuko kama totally jobless.
Yeah.
In 2016, I happened to have been aired on NTV. Nikiwa hapo kwa Kamagera yangu. Kijaza magari.
I think we have seen that video. I think director, we are going to play that video ukiwa pale Kamagera.
Yeah. So nikiwa Kamagera hapo, I met a friend of mine mwenye ako mtu wa tech. He had a sacco system thing ya hiyo mambo yangu. Na kwa hiyo interview we had a few guys walikuwa wanaanza kusave. So we felt like ni vizuri tuko na hiyo tech system, ndio mtu akiweka do yake anaona message kwa simu yake, for easy tracking. Naona because ku keep receipts ni ngumu. So huyo jamaa alikuwa amenijua. So life imeanza kunibeat tena sasa. Unajua kijana kwa shule sasa hiyo boarding.
Yeah, amegrow.
Yeah. So kijana kwa boarding na huko Makweni. So sina hata school fees zingine. So jamaa nikamwambia mimi mazeni ninahangaika kabisa. So you people like are saying mbona usirudi nyumbani kama maisha yamekuwa ngumu Nairobi.
Yeah.
Huyu jamaa akaniajiri kwa kampani yake. He was paying me and I was not working. Yes, akaajiri because now he felt like I need to be supported. And that's the only single person who believed in me when I didn't have anything.
Sasa alikuajiri kwa kampuni, you are not working. What do you
I was not working, but I was bringing ideas on how he can be able to do his sacco system to work.
It's like
with
advisor.
Advisor, actually. But basically, that is what. But he was paying for free. Because basically, that one, we never agreed that I'm advising him. He paid me. He told me I'll be paying 25,000 every month for some time.
Wow.
That will go a long way to help me. So in that process, mimi nikaona huyu jamaa kama hii kampuni moja imepewa hapa na kuna kampuni mingi ziko Ngong, acha nipiganie kampuni moja ipewe stage hapa. So nikapigania stage kampuni moja. Hiyo kampuni tuka agree they are going to pay me a salary. Because I was trying to kind of restructure the company operations. So kuna magari kadhaa niliwaambia either zipakwe rangi moja, uniforms, ama wenyewe wasitoe kwa sacco. So wenye magari wakasema watapaka uniform moja. Wakasema they rather move the vehicles out.
Watoe.
So hii kampuni ikapoteza 25 vehicles. So nikawaambia what you do, you pay me a small amount of money per month and give me 3 months. You see whether I can be able to grow the company to some heights. After I grow the company, then we'll negotiate my pay. Ndio kupigana stage Nairobi seems you risk your life. So I really risked my life. Kabisa. So I got to the stage. In 1.5 months, hiyo sakamu nilikuwa nimetransform. Nikaleta gari mpya over 30 vehicles in 1.5 months.
Ukaleta over 30 vehicles?
Yeah, to the sacco.
Oh, so
nikaongeresha ma investors wa invest in our sacco. Now the sacco that they have employed me.
So ile moment uliingia kuna wale walitoa magari zao.
Kwa hiyo sacco, yes.
Kwa hiyo sacco.
Yes.
But in a span of 1 month, 1.5 months, umeleta 30 more vehicles.
Yes.
Back. Okay.
Na ni gari mpya sasa zinafanya kazi. No, na zile gari nilifukuza ni gari mzee.
Ni mzee. Sasa ni
yes. Now the sacco imeanza kupata reputation. So after 3 months, nikamwambia we agreed after 3 months we negotiate my pay. So nikakaa chini na wao nikamwambia the amount I wanted them to pay me. Si pesa mingi. Nikamwambia nataka mnilipe 120,000 a month. Alafu mnipatie allowance ya 500 shillings per day.
Per day.
Naona hiyo si pesa mingi on what I done. I've risked niwapatia stage. They are getting money from the stage. They are getting money from the vehicles. So wewe wakasema hiyo pesa ni mob. Ile pesa mingi wanalipa mtu wao, the highest paid ni 60,000. So hata wakivunja rekodi wanalipa 80,000. Hiyo ni wakati wa COVID 2019, 2020, in between there.
Okay.
Mimi nikaangalia the risk I took na what they're offering me. Nikasema kwa roho yangu is not worth it. Nikaambia roho safi, tufanye hivi, how much were you willing to pay me? 60,000. They said 80,000. Nikaambia because hiyo ilikuwa the 6th month. Nikaambia nataka mpige hesabu kutoka for the 3 months. Yetu tulikuwa tumesema to review alafu mnilipe. So nyinyi ni depend your 80,000 for the 3 months that I have worked. I'm not going to continue working with you. With 80,000 I told them I can't work. Na sasa unajua naacha job na sina job.
Naona nyingine.
Nirudi kwa Kamagera. Then mimi naenda kwa nyumba jioni naambia bibi unajua jamaa ameniambia watanipatia 80,000 nimekataa kazi na sitaki kazi. Sasa hiyo kijana wangu amefanya from class 8. So wakaniambia shwari. Bibi akaniambia shwari unaweza acha kazi aje na mtoto anaenda shule. Unataka tufanye harambee. Mtoto akienda tuchangie mtoto kwenda second. Sasa nikasema hapana. I felt they demeaned me on what I did na what I'm asking. Si ati nauliza pesa iko, ni pesa iko sababu ya bidii yangu.
The money they were giving wasn't worth it.
It wasn't. 80,000 was not worth it because I had even risked my life. Kuna time ilifika mpaka watu wakaitwa wanipige because they knew if I'm out of the matrix, they could easily regain that slot that I had taken. So you see that how deep it was. So mimi nikasema kazi ikaya. Nimeacha kazi nikasema wacha nirudi Kamagera.
Na hii Kamagera ni kama iko kwa damu.
You know one thing in my life, mimi sitaka mtu ananichukilia kama I am not value. You know, you can't devalue me. You know, uwezi niweka ni kama you want to take my desperation, take advantage of it. Mimi sijaikubali.
When you let say unajielewa, you know what you can do, you believe in yourself.
Nikujiaminia, si kujielewa sana, nikujiaminia tu.
Unajua hata nikiacha leo, kesho nitaamka and I can do ABC and I can still put food on the table.
That confidence, have the confidence. There's nothing can beat me. That one thing I believe in. Nothing can beat me. And no one can scare me whether you hold which position. That one is what I believe in. So nikawacha kazi ya hiyo kampuni. Nikarudi Kamagera. But no, hiyo process nimewafanyia kazi for 6 months. I've created relationship.
Yeah.
Kwa NTSA because nilikuwa in charge of operations. So kama kuna challenge naenda huko. Na mimi ni mtu mzuri sana nikutana na mtu. Mimi I maintain my friends. If I see we can add value to each other, I keep them. So nikuwa pale NTSA I used to make out of friends. And you see, before in 2015, I tried to apply to be licensed as an operator. But my file ikakataliwa. So nimewacha kazi. So nikapata friend yangu nikamwambia mazemi I wanted to own a Matatu sacco. Na mimi sacco si yangu, ni ya wafanyakazi wa Matatu. I've got a big dream in the transport sector. Tunaweza fanya aje tu nini because mimi nifanya kila kitu nikanyimwa hapa na hapa. Akaniambia what are you able to do? Nikamwambia mimi sina gari because I didn't have a vehicle then. Lakini I can get someone mwenye akona magari na tunafanya kazi na yeye so I can be able to meet all the requirements. Na Mungu ni nani? Si mimi nimeletea jamaa magari 30. Kwa hiyo magari 30 kuna jamaa mmoja nimeleta hapo akona gari 20. 20 buses. So sasa mimi nikacheza kama mimi sasa nikasema acha ni in less than 3 months MCA sacco was registered. After kuacha hii kazi. 3 months later I registered MCA.
That is Matatu
crew as in sacco.
Yeah, okay.
As a transport operator. Sasa I'm able to get in yangu, I'm the chairman.
Okay.
And now I've brought some officials that we can be able to help work on it. So after 3 months MCA happens. Na sasa niliwacha job jamaa kwa board because mimi niwacha kwa board. We had a board meeting kwa hii kampuni nimewacha job. Amesema wacha huyu Bosire hakuna mahali anaenda. Atafika atarudi hii pesa hizi wacha. Ile 1000 hizi wacha atarudi tu hapa. Na mimi nilisema hata wakifikisha 100 siwezi
rudi.
Because they said no is a no. I'm going. Then MCA I'm sorry. That company that I was working for. Simi nikatoka nikahamisha magari. Gari zikakuja kwa MCA sacco. And now that is how I now become an operator. Tukaanza tukawa pamoja. And until where we are. That is how MCA was born.
I tell you guys, niliwaambia this is one bold person mwenyewe haogopi kuongea, he can talk. Na mmesikia the journey venye imekuja up to where the MCA sacco ikakuwa sasa iko born. And now maybe Mr. Bosire to ask you, for someone who is getting into the industry, what are the benefits of being in a sacco? Niko na gari yangu, what are the benefits? What will I benefit nikijoin sacco?
Benefits are many. You know, one, if you own the vehicle, it will operate under a sacco or a company. Then you'll get your dues on a daily basis. Then, if you are in MCA sacco, you do savings, we're able to give you a loan, maybe for repairs or any other venture that you want to do, as long as you are a member and you are saving.
Can I get a loan ya kuongeza gari nyingine?
Of course. because that's what we want. Basically we are doing. We are trying to grow people to own the industry. And fundamentally, because what Bosire is, Bosire has grown from down there. One thing that I want is to convert the workers to owners. Because I was there. I was a Makanga, I was a Kamagera.
Yeah.
You know, a driver is a senior most. Because of profession. Makanga and a Kamagera, they don't have a profession. They don't have a training. Ni bora ujue kuhesabu do na ujue kupiga kelele. So nasikia hata sauti yangu inakaa kupotea, ni vile nilitana sana. So I really want to make sure that people are coming to the industry, because even me, when I came to Matatu industry, I never believed I want to be there for the longest, but I'm here. I thought I'll be here for a while, niende nisome nipate kazi nyingine huko kwa ofisi, ndio ni kwa naingia kwa ofisi saa 2 natoka saa 11 ama saa 10. But miaka yangu yote nimemaliza kwa Matatu na siendi kutoka, na kuna dereva aliingia hapo alisema nitakuja niendeshe kidogo nitoke niende. Makanga the same. And apparently sasa ukiangalia kwa industry wasomi wako huko, ukienda hapa you can get a lawyer, a graduate, a road degree graduate, you can get an IT guy, you can get everyone working in the industry as a conductor.
Okay, and maybe tukiwa bado kwa this story about the sacco membership, is it a must for every vehicle to have joined a sacco?
It's mandatory.
It is.
And that is why, sorry, that is why you saw me when my good friend George Ruto bought a vehicle and it was operating without a sacco. I went out and said, the vehicle should operate within the parameters because there's setup acts. So it's mandatory. Any PSV vehicle, a Matatu, in that, a vehicle that has a capacity of, because what we are licensed to do is 9 vehicles and above. You get an RSL, road service license, which is issued to a registered transport company. Transport company, the names that you see around here, all those are transport companies licensed. So it's mandatory you have to be to operate within a sacco company.
And maybe kuna hiyo umeguzia about hiyo ya your friend, the vehicle that was haikuwa na
inspection na TLB before.
And maybe these are issues that zimekuwa faced, tumekuwa tukiziona kwa mtandao zikisemekana most times gari haina haifuati rules za barabara. Ukifuatilia we get gari ni ya someone mwenye ako kwa government, is one of the high level government officials. They don't follow the rules. I don't know, maybe nyinyi mume put measures gani to make sure that this now saizi mali imefikia every car, every vehicle that is on the road has to follow those rules?
Unaona, hiyo ni enforcement. Enforcement, you know, I'm not a police officer.
Yeah.
And a police officer should not have an excuse why he should not do things right. I was a civilian, but I said these are wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying his vehicle are doing the same, but you see, a vehicle does not drive itself.
Yeah.
There's that offender who has done the offense. The officer should arrest and arraign.
Okay, maybe as a sacco, mkipata information maybe there's one of the vehicles under your sacco lime misbehave kwa barabara, what measures do you guys take?
We suspend the driver.
Okay.
And you see, we have a regulator called the NTSA. NTSA, if my vehicle has committed an offense, they summon me as an operator because they have given me a license to operate. So they can warn me. They tell you, your vehicle is doing this and this. Can you come with the driver? You see, that is now the diplomacy way of doing things. But if it's an offense that risks lives, that person needs to be arrested and, charged.
There was this time Super Metro ilipewa suspension and we saw you criticize all that.
Yes, because, that one was not justified. Even I criticize today. Me, I take responsibility on any statement I make because I don't do statements to please people. You see, Super Metro had 500 buses, 500 different buses. One bus has caused an accident that can be a result of negligence of one driver.
Yeah.
Out of the 400 and something, 500 something numbers. So why should a regulator suspend the entire sacco and is one incident? And an accident is an occurrence that happens without planning.
Yeah, true.
So they should investigate what caused this accident. If then they come to realize there is incompetence, then who was in charge of that vehicle should take responsibility. Because when you do blanket condemnation, no one is taking responsibility. So everybody will become reckless, because if I commit an offense and everyone is punished, so even if I don't commit, you understand, still I'll be punished. So blanket condemnation, doesn't work for the sector. We need, if it's you take responsibility for your action, so that you become more observant and more responsible.
Okay. And the other day we saw the Nairobi County walikuwa wamepropose this issue of cashless payment and na limit the number of vehicles in a certain route. And I think you are among the people when walikuwa wanakataa.
Of course, yes.
Do you think you ita limit these small operators?
See, limit small operators. It's the logic. This is a capitalism economy, and you can't limit someone's growth. We can't say you want Equity Bank to have 10 branches in the entire country.
Yeah.
You cannot. It depends on the customer that you have, the people you are serving. 2, could they consult on the cashless? Most of Nairobians are paid, hand to mouth, daily wages.
Yeah.
So how do you tell someone to put his 200 shillings in M-Pesa so he can pay through M-Pesa or other systems? So how I pay my money, as long as we've agreed 50, how I pay it, you cannot force me to. You can't. So what they were proposing is something that can't work. And then you see, and the industry, that's why I always say I know to be a no in the industry. I was the only person who said Green Park could not work. When everyone said it's going to work, that's money we sunk there. We lost money there. That's money sunk there. They can never benefit. But people sit on boardrooms and then they do their discussions and recommendations without coming to the ground to understand the dynamics. So that when I said no, and you see even now it has never happened, it will never happen.
But you see, of late, most transactions zinafanywa kwa magari ni through M-Pesa. Utapata mtu ana prefer kuweka pesa kwa simu, analipa through M-Pesa more than kulipa in cash.
It's voluntary. It's voluntary. And you see, if people naturally can come to use M-Pesa, because we don't have another platform other than M-Pesa. You understand? So were they recommending that everyone use M-Pesa? They were definitely going to come with their payment systems, like what they tried in 2014 with Uhuru Kenyatta. People bought a lot of cards. People lost money. One thing that I'm always keen on is the proposal that comes. Any proposal that comes to the great transport sector, they are beneficiaries. So somebody has crafted that we can bring this cashless system, I'll get 1 shilling. You see, the government, people are complaining on e-Citizen. It's a cashless platform. Kenyans are complaining. That's a fact. You get? Because everyone is forced to use that because there are people who are benefiting out of that system. And then me, I can't allow, this is my private business, someone to bring a system to run my business. We are only using e-Citizens because we are obligated as citizens of Kenya. But now, nobody can come and tell my business, I need to collect money from my clients.
So bado umebaki ile wacha watu wafanye vile wanataka. If you decide to pay with M-Pesa, it's okay.
If you cash, yes.
It's cash.
Exactly.
What if they introduce we be having cards in your una recharge ndio tutakuwa tunatumia
kwa gari zao ununuzi vehicles? Because now if you are using cards, then you will be asked, yes, I'll be asked to put some gadgets in my car.
Yeah.
You see now? That is what I'm telling you. That's what they're thinking, so they can make money. They procure those gadgets. They ask you to put them at this cost. Those are a few things that we must say no to. You know, currently I'm working on a fintech system, fare collection system, as Bosire. Not Bosire alone, because I want to come with a system that can be able to help even the workers. So if they accept to use it, that is okay. Because actually I have it now, but not all my vehicle in my sacco are using it. Because again, I can't force someone.
Yeah.
So let things happen gradually. Don't force things. We've been forced to do several things. We have changed speed governance not once. Because someone feels like tusema hii tumeiongeza, you can be able to track it. So kila mtu anunue hiyo. And someone is getting a cut out of that. Then unasikia NTSA tumepatia vendors certificate, huyu ndio unaweza nunua kwa huyu na huyu na huyu na huyu. You understand? But someone is eating that money. We've changed the governance 3 times. So even the cashless, that's what will happen. But you see, you can't forget. We will always remind them. They have tried and it has not worked.
And what about this issue ya regulate the number of vehicles that is operate in a certain route?
You know, it's a demand supply. The county, nobody has information how many people are waking up to many. And we operators, we have never complained to them that we are not making money. Nobody has ever complained they don't have their vehicles to say, my vehicle is not making money. And then, when you reduce the number of vehicles to operate, what does that mean? Fares will go high. So Nairobians will dig deeper into their pockets to pay. So the dynamic does not allow other things to happen. But if we are genuine enough, we can transform the sector. And the sector has been transformed over time. Siku hizi unaona gari, unapanda gari hakuna excess. Hata kama iko ni chache.
Yeah.
But most of the companies, we are working to reduce the number of excess passengers on the vehicles. So with the current competitions, transport is aligning itself. And that's the best way to do things. What the government needs to do is to bring us and discuss. That is why we have done an association called Mass Mobility Operators Association of Kenya. And now what we are doing, we are bringing on board owners of companies so that we can be able to discuss and agree what are the dynamics, what do we need to improve. Not looking at our personal business profits. How do we make transport better? How can we accommodate each other? You get? Unakumbuka wakati mwingine kampuni kwa inaingia mahali unasikia watu wamepigwa. Nowadays huwezi sikia mtu amepigwa. It's a free business. So you can operate, if you have been alliances with NTSA, you can go anywhere and everywhere to operate the business. That is what we are discussing now. How do we make this transport better? Yeah.
And also maybe tukiwa bado hapo kwa matatu, there's this story yenye this sometime back tulikuwa tunaona the government ikisema all the graffitis zenye ziko kwa matatu zinafaa kutolewa, zinafaa kufanya nini. What was your take with that?
Naweza sema hiyo ni upuzi. Graffiti has never caused an accident.
Yeah.
No one has ever complained that I was in this vehicle. This vehicle was too loud to me. Because this is a market. Market trends dictates that if you get clients in a specific area, you satisfy their need. Sahi kuna vijana Gen Z wanataka manyanga.
Yeah.
Inaimba. Wanataka disco ina move. Na hiyo disco ina move, I cause accident. Then I don't see any reason. You know, what we can talk about if the driver is driving reckless on the road. You understand? That is why we are saying people should take personal responsibility. You can count how many accidents we have had in Nairobi or in Kenya, courtesy of Umanyanga. Very few. Very few. Na bila Manyanga bado zinakosa accident. So Kenyan Matatu culture dictates that we have Manyangas. I got a friend of mine mwenye amefanya gari extra equivalent to the cost of buying a new bus. Because ni mtu anapenda. Ni anapenda. He might not doing it for money, but he's doing to satisfy some clients. Ndio tunasema kama mtu anakufanyia ile kitu unataka kufanyiwe, good for you.
And do you think the public transport sector is being misunderstood by Kenyans?
Not Kenyans, by few individuals who are greedy. Kenyans are embracing public transport. I can tell you a good number of them. Let's forget about bloggers who want to discredit someone, or because they hate Bosire, or because they feel like Bosire was given money by someone. People who have seen Bosire grow and now they're not happy with him, for instance. So anything that Bosire touches is bad. So Matatu industry is embraced by Kenyans. I'm telling you, 100%. There are a lot of people who park their vehicle, get into a Matatu because it's saving them. So I really don't agree by Kenyans. Few individuals.
Okay, and maybe what's your long-term vision in the Matatu industry, for the Kenya Matatu industry?
Matatu industry, Kenyans are going to use public transport in the next 5 to 10 years. 80% of people who own vehicles, personal vehicles, will not be using vehicles to get to CBD. They will prefer using Matatus.
Why?
Because that's where we're headed, and we are going to be very disciplined, and we're improving our services. Because basically why people don't, initially, I have long history about the sector. The reason why initially everyone could feel safe to drive to Nairobi, you waste like 3 hours to get parking rather than using a Matatu, is because it was chaotic. The Matatu sector was chaotic. Ulikuwa unakuja, siku hiyo nilikuwa Kamagera, ulikuwa unakuja kutoka Ngong na Itebo, jioni unaweza rudi na 200. Kukinyesha kidogo, you understand the road networks. Jamu ya Ngong Road, jamu inaanziaga hapa. All the way mpaka Karen. Imeanzia hapa Ngong Road, hapa mahali imeanzia junction roundabout ya hapa Highway na Ngong Road na Iresrasi. Inashika jamu mpaka Ngong. Understand? But thanks to some government wenye wametengeneza mabarabara, siku hizi hata kama kuna jam, there's movements. So uwezi kaa sana ujaona gari ya Ngong. Alafu the volumes, we are increasing number of vehicles. So saa hii mtu anaweza kuja kutoka Ngong akijua ndatumia 100 na 100 kurudi. Is guaranteed. I have to get a vehicle. Kama ndangoja for 1 hour. Then watu walikuwa nakaa mpaka midnight na hakuna gari. Usually now those are transformation that we are doing. So watu wakikuja hivyo, mtu ataacha kutumia gari yake. Siku hizi unaona gari ni safi. Most of the vehicle are new. Hakuna gari mzee, ulikuwa unakaa Matatu, mende natembea hivi, unaona mamende zikitembea hivi. So things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed. So now that we are getting in the EV vehicles, electric vehicles, and we are going to get capacity vehicles, very comfortable. Najua watu watatumia Matatu, wataacha kutumia gari zao kuja town na jamu itaisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing that I can comment on ni, unajua kitambo ulikuwa ukiingia town, the Kamagera, ulikuwa unaingia town tu ushavutu. Ingia gari ndio hii, twende Ngong, twende wapi, like una get. But at least nowadays, I don't know, maybe ni wenye wako siku hizi ama ni nyinyi wenye mko kwa sacco ndio mlieke, but people are very disciplined nowadays.
Ndio nimekwambia, the sector, it will transform itself over time. That's why I'm giving a projection of 10 years to come.
Yeah.
That most of Nairobian, most of Kenyans would prefer using public transport vehicles. You know, majority and the growth happens over time. The sector initially, how it was perceived, and how it's perceived today, and is going to be perceived in the next few, it will change. You see, there's a time ulikuwa unanunua matatu, unaweka kwa route, mwingiki wanachukua do. Unanunua gari, unalipa mwingiki 50,000 ndio upate a specific route.
Yeah.
Na every day umpatie do. Those illegal gangs, and you know, they've been phased out over a process, over a period of time. So the improvements. Tulikuwa na hizo gari mzee, sasa tunachukua gari mpya. You get? So I think there's a lot of positive growth.
That's amazing. Now umesema you're not planning kutoka kwa matatu. Stories za matatu anytime soon.
Stocking mpaka MCA kwenda Airline. Hata kikuwa na statoka. MCA kwenda bank. MCA kwenda bank. And then we do transport estates. There's one thing, mpaka Airline, actually it's something that we can be able to discuss at a given some time. Hii mambo tunaambiwa mambo ya housing. Haitamaliza mambo ya slums. Hii government housing. Haitamaliza mambo ya slums. As long as we are not able to sort the transport, people will want to work within where employment is, where industries are. If those houses are expensive, you know, and depending on how much they are paid, they can want to have a cheaper houses to live in. So I think instead of what the government is doing with the housing, maybe imagine wangeenda kama Limuru, wachukue kama 100 hectares of land, wajenga those affordable houses, alafu waweke zinaitwa whatever trains, itoke hapa iende mpaka huko, ichukue hivi. Ukwe unaweza toka hapa na 50 shillings mpaka Limuru na kurudi. Watu wataka Kibira.
Yeah.
You understand? Hii mambo ya ownership, you know, is a whole process. You see, even you can ask me to give you 100,000 I don't have. So huwezi ambia ni affordable housing na ni 1.5 million na mtu hand to mouth will he ever own that house?
No.
So those are the challenges, you know, the solution towards this. So I'm not living in Matatu. I'll be in the sector. Matatu is everything. It's only in Matatu that we are never tribal. It's in Matatu we embrace leadership. And is an economy mover. So I'm not quitting soon.
Okay, maybe when was the last time you used a matatu?
Today. I think like a week ago.
For real?
Yeah, of course.
So unakanga tu hivi una chill unasema let me just use matatu today.
Let me use matatu maybe but you know I live far away from here. And then right now because I'm into a lot of things, I really like I need to be moving from one end to another end.
Yeah.
So that is why most of the time I'm driving my car. But when once I settle things, I'll be using a matatu.
Tell me one matatu route in Nairobi that you enjoy riding. Ile route tu moja in Nairobi yenye ukipanda matatu za hiyo place unasikia tu iko fit.
Mimi ni wa Manyanga. Mimi nataka ile disco ina move.
For real.
Napenda Manyanga. Saa zingine napenda Manyanga. So mimi naenda kila mahali. Mimi sijai nini. Unajua mimi nikitaka kuingia mahali naangalia hiyo Manyanga naenda. It really refreshes me. Saa zingine I really want to be in kind of a noisy place. So upenda. Alafu sitaki kusikiza mambo watu wengine wana discuss. Unajua kwa nini kwa naongea mambo haita kufurahisha saa zingine and you know it's not good you comment. So kika hapo uta concentrate kwa music. Unafika home ama mahali unaenda vizuri. Personally, that is what I need. But there are a lot of other Kenyans who want to use hizo gari hazina kelele. And that is why, like in my circle, that's what I'm doing. Kuna gari haina kelele na kuna gari kona music, lakini si music mingi sana. That's why we are.
So uko sure kuna ile manyanga fulani yenye nakubamba sana, ni ya route fulani. Ukiwa umebeweka kama ukijisikia tu I want to try, I want to do this, you go look for it.
Nikisema hivyo, tutafanya tukosana na watu. Na wote ni marafiki zangu. Mimi napenda manyanga zote. Ile napanda. Na wanajua ni Bosire ni wao, you know. Mimi napanda manyanga zote. Madereva wote wananijua, you've worked with them. Na mimi nataka waone hizo manyanga, wakwe zao. Yani as in, and this I really want to pray so hard, and I'm working so hard. I want, before we change the government in 2027, or we maintain the government that we have, by 2027 elections, nataka kuwa sana ni kuwe nimejaribu kama madereva waine ama makanga waine watano wako na gari zao, not fully owned. We agree. I'm trying to work on kind of a project called Drive to Own. Drive to Own, because these drivers, they are drivers who have driven for 20 years. They have nothing to show. They have helped like 10 people to own vehicles. Investor alichukua loan ya 1.5 million akawekelea, akaleta matatu, dereva ameendesha imelipa loan, amenunua gari ingine, dereva ameendesha imelipa loan, but that driver has never owned a quarter of that. So I want to do a project of called Drive to Own yenye nitafanya madereva na makanga, as long as they are consistent. Mimi nita negotiate nini, nampatia gari, we date an agreement, is the loan. Once you finish paying this loan, I transfer the logbook to them, and I know I'll do that. That is why I'm saying until we do an air transport, I am not quitting.
Amen. If the matatu industry ingekuwa na theme song, unaona ingekuwa gani?
Kuna hii wimbo ya nasema ya Kenya taifa letu. That song is the matatu industry. I don't know. You know, I'm very bad in mambo ya nyimbo. Ninapenda reggae kidogo, hata kama sina rasta kama wewe. But I really prefer Matatu. Matatu is the one industry that unites Kenyans. Unites all Kenyans.
Yeah. From
all tribes, educated, semi-educated, and even the illiterate, all inclusive. Gender, women, anybody want to come to the matatu industry. Hakuna mahali utasikia mtu amekataza mtu kuingia. Hata unaweza kuja kwa madhari.
Naingia very soon.
Karibu.
Naingia very soon. Yes guys, that has been one amazing episode. Tumekuwa na chairman of the MCA, that is Matatu Crew Association Sacco, anajulikana kama Mr. Wilfred Bosire. He has been with us. Ametueleza hiyo yote, na kwa wale ambao you are thinking of getting a vehicle, muiweke pale kwa barabara. You must get a good thing. Plus make sure you join a Sacco. Make sure you follow the rules because of the barabara, and everything will be going smoothly for you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wilfred, for having us. Kwa kutukubalia kufika hapa na kuongea na wewe.
Asante sana, feel free anytime. Tuongea, mambo ni mengi, ni masana na kidogo.
Mambo ni mengi. Na ninakwambia zidi kuendelea kupigania. All the way you are bold, unaongea huko nje, you don't fear no one. That's the way to go. You
not fear. You never buy fear. The next thing that we must work around is our political our politics and our leadership. Yeah. Very important. That's the next thing that we must really check, because most of the policies politicians bring is to benefit them. We need to have genuine politicians who will want to do things to benefit common mwananchi or Kenyans. Yeah. Once we get there, Kenya is big enough than the United States. Someone told me, a friend of mine, a Congolese, alikuja akaniambia, Bosire, me have traveled, but the opportunities in Kenya, they're bigger than the opportunities in the US. It's not that we are too corrupt.
Yeah.
We are too selfish. If we decide to do things. I know there will be a time when we get one leader, or we decide not him is a country. Not him is a country. Kenya can transform in less than 5 years or 10 years. If we get that one leader. We have not got one. I can assure you. And I'm not discrediting anyone. We have not had one leader who takes a country before himself.
Those are the words from Mr. Wilfred Bosire, and we hope atakuwa that one leader. Let's just hope you will be that one leader.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yes. Guys, thank you so much, and kumbuka, make sure to always subscribe, to always like, to always share, to always comment, and remember hapo chini unaweza ukatuandikia utuambie mnataka kumuona nani mwingine hapa ndani, mnataka tuweze kupiga story, kuzungumza na nani, na ungetaka tumuulize jambo gani. Until next time guys, adios.